LEGO is officially breaking into new territory with this nearly life-size bust of one of Marvel's greatest heroes, Black Panther. But why is this set creating so much discussion in the online fan community? Hey everyone, I'm Adam, aka Ant Bandit. Welcome back to Beyond the Brick, where today we're taking a look at the LEGO Marvel Black Panther bust. This 18 and up set contains 2,961 pieces and releases on October 1st, 2022 for the US retail price of $350. Now, right at the top of this video, I do want to say that this is an expensive LEGO Marvel set. At $350, that is a price that is definitely not going to be for everyone, and the set has drawn a lot of criticism for that high price tag ever since it was revealed. We're gonna talk about that later on in this video, the price and my opinion of it. But before we do that, I wanna look at the model itself, the overall design, and show you guys how it looks now that it's fully built up here on the table. As always, big thanks to LEGO for sending this over for us to review. First, let's take a quick look at the packaging for this model. We've got a really tall and large box here with some nice images of the bust on the front with that purple glow. On the side, you can see what that would look like without those hands in front of it. We've got some more images on the back with a slightly different angle, some dimensions, and some pictures of the actual Black Panther suit. Inside, you'll find 17 numbered bags split between the main box and a smaller white box, along with 2 large instruction manuals. The first few pages of the instruction booklet feature some quotes and artwork of the Black Panther, some information about the Wakandan technology behind his suit and its abilities, and a quick word from the set designer Mark Stafford. Let's take a look at the model itself. Now, even though this is not technically life-sized, it does stand at an impressive 18 inches tall, and we also get those claws in the front crossed in that iconic Wakanda Forever salute. The overall look of this model in person is definitely very interesting. There are some things about this design that I really like and some things that I don't. Starting with something I think turned out well, I really enjoyed the design of the front faceplate. There are some interesting connections used to hold these large tiled sections in place to create that shape around the nose and the eyes, and overall I think it's the best feature of the model. Both of the eye pieces are printed on 2x4 black tiles, and we also get lots of parts in that drum lacquered silver color, which looks really good under lighting when you're looking at this model from different angles. On the sides of the head, we do have some really nice texture created with some tiling to replicate the look of that vibranium suit. Up top, I also appreciate the design used for the ears. All those curved slopes look really good and really match the look of the character. Turning the model around, you can see we've got this curved dome shape for the back of the head, which to me personally looks a little bit odd, but I think it's okay because this is a view that most people won't be seeing if they're displaying it facing forward, especially if the back of the head is against a wall or on a shelf. The assembly for this model is fairly straightforward. You're essentially creating a box that has studs facing in multiple directions and then attaching symmetrical panels on the exterior to create the curved look of the head. The design of the head definitely looks best when you're looking at it from this straight on angle, but to me, even with all the curved pieces and elements that make up the sides of the head, the proportions still feel boxy, and this is amplified when you look at it from different angles, especially from the profile here. You can see the neck is very straight up, it looks very rigid, and you've got this kind of stiff, square shape of a head. Especially for a model that's aiming to be an accurate replica, the dimensions here just don't feel quite right from different angles. Around Black Panther's neck, we have the necklace that the suit emanates from. This is definitely a really cool accessory, and I think it's something that the designer really nailed. If you wanted to, you could remove the necklace from the model and wear it yourself, but you would probably need a few extra pieces of string to really make it fit properly around your neck. Now let's take a look at the claws that are attached to the base of the bust. These are essentially identical mirror builds of each other, and they are very similar to the Nano and Infinity Gauntlet sets. Both claws do have posable fingers, but I did find them to easily fall off whenever they get messed around with. The claws can easily be removed and displayed separately from the bust on their own smaller display stand that they attach to with ball joints. Having the claws posed in that Wakanda Forever salute is definitely striking, but I don't feel these add enough value to the set to justify their inclusion. They do scale a bit smaller than the head, but I do like that they give us the option to easily remove them because the bust does present well on its own. In front of the hands, we do get a small removable display plaque that has the title of the Black Panther on a stickered piece. Overall, this model is an impressive and very noticeable display piece, and even though it has some areas where the design could be stronger, I feel like fans of the Black Panther will be really drawn to this set just for the sake of that character. With this set being so unique in this larger scale, I definitely think it's going to draw a lot of hyper criticism from the LEGO Marvel fans. And I do agree that this would have worked better in the smaller helmet scale line. I think that size would have been a lot more popular and more accessible than this larger scale bust. This set definitely feels aimed at adult collectors of Marvel, who might be more prone to displaying statues and comic memorabilia than your average LEGO fan. We do have to talk about that price. At $350, there is really no getting around it. That is a lot of money to invest in what is a really cool display piece. However, I did find this comparison really interesting. You might know that this is not the first nearly life-size bust that LEGO has released, because in the early 2000s, LEGO released this Darth Maul bust. That set released back in 2001 for $150 retail, and taking inflation into account in 2022, that would be about $250 today. Now, Black Panther does have those claws in front of him, which are essentially redesigned Infinity Gauntlets, which go for about $70 a piece. I do find it interesting that if LEGO had chosen to release this Black Panther without those additional arms, the overall value would have been roughly comparable to what you would have paid for Darth Maul back in 2001. Now, obviously, LEGO did choose to include the claws in this set, and there are a lot of other differences between those two busts with the parts used and the design techniques, but I did think it was a fun comparison to make when you're looking at the overall price of LEGO throughout the years. Now, does that comparison make me feel like this is any less of an expensive set? Absolutely not. This is still a very pricey yet cool looking display model. So if you're more of a general LEGO Marvel fan, I feel like you get more value out of sets like the Daily Bugle or the Sanctum Sanctorum. However, if Black Panther is your favorite Marvel hero, I think you'll take a lot of pride in building this and displaying it in your collection. So I definitely recommend it to anyone who loves this character. And that's about it for this review. Make sure to let us know down in the comments what you think of this Black Panther bust, and if you're planning to pick it up when it releases in October. Make sure to subscribe for more awesome LEGO content. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.